Jai Shri Krishna to all the viewers. In this video, we are diving into the heart of the Bhagavad Gita, focusing on chapter 1, verses 12 to 20. This section unfolds amidst the battlefield of Kurukshetra, where the conch shells have just been blown, signaling the imminent commencement of the great war. These verses not only set the stage for the epic Mahabharata battle but also encapsulate profound lessons that we can apply in our everyday lives. From verse 12, where Bhishma, the grand old patriarch of the Kaurava family, blows his conch shell to hearten Duryodhan, to verse 20, where the Pandav side responds with their conch shells, symbolizing readiness and moral resolve, there's a rich tapestry of lessons to unravel. The initial verses show us the importance of encouragement and support to those around us, much like Bhishma's conch sound was meant to bolster the spirits of his troops. It teaches us the value of standing firm in our duties and responsibilities, even in the face of daunting challenges. As we move through these verses, the Pandav's response with their own conch shells represents the power of unity, moral courage, and the readiness to stand up for what is right despite the odds. Each character blowing the conch shell has their own unique lessons to teach us, from leadership and wisdom to courage and devotion. So, how can we implement these learnings in our daily lives? By embracing our duties with courage, supporting and uplifting those around us, standing firm in our ethical beliefs, and fostering unity and teamwork in our endeavors. The Bhagavad Gita, through these verses, encourages us to face our life's battles with a balanced mind and a steadfast heart, reminding us that every challenge is an opportunity for growth and every action should be aligned with Dharma, righteousness. Let's dive deeper into each verse and explore the timeless wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita, applying its teachings to navigate the complexities of our modern lives with grace and determination. Jai Shri Krishna. Let's begin our journey through these enlightening verses. Verse 12 from chapter 1 of the Bhagavad Gita is as follows. Tatah shvetarhair yukte mahiti syandane sthito. Madhva pandavaschaiv divyo shankho pradadhmatuha. Translation 10. Stationed in their great chariot, yoked with white horses, Madhva, Krishna, and the son of Pandu, Arjuna, blew their divine conches. This verse marks a significant moment on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, just before the great war is about to commence. It describes Lord Krishna and Arjuna, ready on their chariot, signaling their participation and readiness for the battle by blowing their divine conches. Krishna is referred to as Madhva here, a name denoting his connection to the goddess of fortune and his divine nature. Arjuna, as the son of Pandu, represents the Pandav brothers' righteousness and determination. Verse 13 from chapter 1 of the Bhagavad Gita is as follows. Panchajanya Hrishikesho Devdattan Dhananjayah. Pondaran Dadhmo Mahashankhan Bhim Karma Vrikodarah. Translation. Lord Krishna blew his conch named Panchajanya. Arjuna blew his named Devdattar, and Bhima, the doer of formidable deeds, blew his great conch named Pondra. This verse specifically names the conches blown by key warriors of the Pandav side, each conch having its own significance and identity. Krishna blowing the Panchajanya signifies the divine call to action and the spiritual dimension of the war, emphasizing that the battle is not just physical but also a moral and spiritual struggle. Arjuna blowing the Devdatta signifies the excellence and heroism in battle, reinforcing Arjuna's role as a central figure in the Mahabharata, being the receiver of Krishna's teachings. Bhima, known for his immense strength and valor, blowing the Pondra, underscores the physical might and unwavering determination of the Pandavas to fight injustice. Verse 14 from chapter 1 of the Bhagavad Gita is as follows. Anantavijya Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthirah Nakula Sahadevasht Sughoshmani Pushpaka. Translation: King Yudhishthira, the son of Kunti, blew his conch named Anantavijya. Nakula and Sahadeva blew their conches named Sughosha and Manipushpaka, respectively. This verse continues with the theme of the Pandav warriors signaling their readiness for battle by blowing their conches, each with its own distinct name that carries significant meaning. Yudhishthira blowing the Anantavijya, meaning endless victory, signifies his righteousness and the moral victory that comes from adhering. Verse 15 Tashyasht Parmeshvasa Shikhandi cha Maharatha Dhrishtadyumnasht Virasht Satyakishcha Prajitah. Translation: The mighty archer, the king of Kashi, the great warrior Shikhandi, Dhrishtadyumna, Virata, and the undefeated Satyaki all blew their respective conches. This verse expands the narrative to include other key warriors on the Pandav side, showcasing the unity and collective resolve among the allies of the Pandavas. Each warrior mentioned is renowned and brings unique skills and valor to the battlefield. The king of Kashi is noted for his exceptional archery skills. Shikhandi plays a crucial role in the Mahabharata, especially in the battle against Bhishma. Dhrishtadyumna is the commander of the Pandav army and has a significant destiny linked with Drona, the teacher of both the Pandavas and Kauravas. Virata is the king under whose shelter the Pandavas lived incognito during their exile. Satyaki is a disciple of Arjuna and is known for his unwavering dedication to the Pandav cause and his prowess in battle. Verse 16 Drupdo Draupdeyasht Sarvasha Prithivipte Swabhadrasht Mahabahuah Shankhandadmuh Prithak Prithak. Translation: King Drupda, the sons of Draupadi, and the mighty armed son of Subhadra all blew their conches separately, O Lord of the earth. This verse continues listing the warriors on the Pandav side who are blowing their conches, signifying their readiness for the battle. Each of these individuals holds a significant place in the narrative of the Mahabharata. King Drupda, the father of Draupadi and Dhrishtadyumna, has a complex relationship with the Pandavas and the Kuru family, initially being an enemy of Drona, the Kauravas' teacher, and later becoming an ally of the Pandavas through the marriage of his children. The sons of Draupadi, also known as the Uppandavas, are the children of Draupadi with each of the 5 Pandavas. Their participation emphasizes the family's collective commitment to the cause. The son of Subhadra, referred to here, is Abhimanyu, Arjuna's son by his wife Subhadra, who is also Krishna's sister. Abhimanyu is renowned for his bravery and for being a formidable warrior even at his young age. His role in the war, particularly his entry into the lethal Chakravyuha formation, is one of the most poignant episodes of the Mahabharata. Verse 17 Shankhash bheryasht panvanak gomukha hai sahasavabhyahanyant sa shabdastumulobhvat. Translation: Conches, drums, cymbals, trumpets, and horns were suddenly played together, and the sound was tumultuous. This verse shifts the focus from individual warriors to the collective sound of their readiness. It's not just about the conches anymore, all manner of instruments join in, creating a symphony of war cries that signify the Pandavas' collective resolve and readiness for battle. This clamorous uproar is symbolic of the chaos and intensity of war, but also of unity and the merging of individual wills into a single, determined effort to uphold Dharma, righteousness. Verse 18 अथ व्यवस्थितान दृष्ट्वा धार्तराष्ट्रान कपिध्वजः प्रवृत्ते शस्त्र संपाते धनुरुद्यमे पांडवः. Translation: 10 Seeing the Dhartarashtra forces arrayed and ready, the son of Pandu, Arjuna, whose flag bore the emblem of Hanuman, took up his bow as weapons were about to be exchanged. This verse brings the focus back to Arjuna, highlighting his readiness to engage in battle as he observes the enemy forces positioning themselves. The mention of his flag bearing the emblem of Hanuman serves to symbolize his strength, courage, and the divine support that backs the Pandav cause. Hanuman, a symbol of devotion and valor, is an APT emblem for Arjuna, who is about to face a moral and spiritual dilemma that leads to the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. This moment of Arjuna taking up his bow signifies not just the beginning of the physical battle but also the start of his inner journey towards understanding duty, righteousness, and the nature of action and consequence. It sets the stage for the profound dialogue between him and Lord Krishna, which forms the core of the Bhagavad Gita's teachings. Verse 19 Saghosho dhartarashtrana hridyani vyadaryat nabhasht prithvi chaiv tumulo vyanunadyan. Translation: The tumultuous sound pierced the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra, and the echo resounded through the heavens and the earth. This verse vividly captures the psychological impact of the collective war cry of the Pandav forces, as described in the preceding verses. The sound of conches, drums, and other instruments, symbolizing the Pandavs' readiness for battle, was so overwhelming that it is said to have pierced the hearts of their opponents, the Kauravas, sons of Dhritarashtra, instilling fear and apprehension. Verse 20 Tasya sanjanyan harshan kuruvriddha pitamah Singhanadam vinadyo chaiha shankhan dadhmo pratapvan. Translation 10 The venerable grandfather of the Kuru dynasty, Bhishma, in order to cheer Dhritarashtra's sons, blew his conch loudly, making a sound like a lion's roar, demonstrating his valor. This verse shifts the focus momentarily to the Kaurava side, specifically to Bhishma, one of the most respected and powerful warriors of his time, and the grand old patriarch of the Kuru dynasty. Despite his personal feelings and the complex moral situation he finds himself in, being forced to fight on the side of adharma due to his vow, Bhishma seeks to motivate and reassure the Kauravas by blowing his conch with a roar comparable to a lion's. This act is symbolic of his leadership and the attempt to instill courage in the hearts of the Kaurava forces. Bhishma's conch sound serves as a counter to the Pandavs' collective war cry, representing the beginning of the conflict from both sides. It's a moment that highlights the tragic nature of the war, with revered figures like Bhishma standing against their own kin due to the binds of duty and loyalty. This episode sets the stage for the profound moral and ethical dilemmas that are explored throughout the Bhagavad Gita. From verses 12 to 20 of chapter 1 in the Bhagavad Gita, we are presented with a vivid depiction of the battlefield just before the war commences, highlighting the conch shells blown by warriors on both sides. These verses, while setting the stage for the epic battle of Kurukshetra, offer profound lessons that can be applied to our daily lives. Lessons and implementations: unity and preparedness. The Pandavs blowing their conches in unison symbolize the importance of unity and preparedness in facing life's challenges. In our daily lives, this teaches us the value of coming together with our family, friends, or team, preparing and facing challenges head-on with a unified spirit. Symbolism of the conch sounds: each conch shell had a name and represented the unique qualities of its blower. This teaches us to recognize and value the unique strengths and contributions that each individual brings to a collective effort, whether in a family, workplace, or community. Courage and determination. The sound of the conches, especially Bhishma's, which was likened to a lion's roar, represents the courage and determination required to face daunting tasks. We can draw on this symbolism to muster courage in our endeavors, reminding ourselves that inner strength can help us overcome fear and uncertainty. Psychological impact. The psychological warfare depicted through the impact of the tumultuous sound on the korvas highlights the power of morale and confidence. This can be interpreted in our daily lives as the importance of maintaining a positive mindset and the impact it can have on our adversaries or challenges, real or perceived. In our next video, we'll delve into verses 21 to 30, where Arjuna requests Krishna to place the chariot between the two armies to observe those assembled for battle. This marks the beginning of Arjuna's profound existential crisis, leading to the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita by Lord Krishna. What to anticipate? We'll explore the themes of duty, the conflict between personal values and responsibilities, and the initial unfolding of Arjuna's dilemma. This section sets the stage for the deeper philosophical and spiritual teachings that the Bhagavad Gita is renowned for. Expect to learn how these ancient teachings can help us navigate the complex moral and ethical dilemmas we face in our modern lives, teaching us about duty, righteousness, and the path to true fulfillment. Stay tuned as we continue to explore the timeless wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita and its relevance to our daily lives. Jai Shri Krishna.